In a nation where what sport you play is considered more important than your religion, AFL is considered Christianity. Footy is a fascinating fusion with elements from numerous other sports around the globe. So, 124 years, 18 teams, 17 stadiums, 5 states, one terrific sport. How did we get here? Well, it all began in 1987, the AFL's first season. Except it wasn't yet called the AFL. The VFL, Victorian Football League, was made up of 8 of the strongest VFA teams, a more inferior form of footy. These teams were Carlton, Collingwood, Essendon, Fitzroy, Geelong, Melbourne, St Kilda and South Melbourne. Some notable rules were the distance between the goals and the goalposts is decided by the captains. Tripping and pushing are both allowed, and one familiar rule, the ball, while in play, may under no circumstances be thrown. The teams competed across 3 weeks, with Essendon claiming the first premiership after winning all 3 of their games. Fast forward another 10 seasons, and in 1908, Richmond and University joined the competition. In 1915, a little thing called the First World War made University withdraw from the competition. And in the following year, only 4 teams competed. In 1925, after the war, Footscray, North Melbourne and Hawthorn joined to round out the competition, with 12 teams. Season after season passed, and the competition needed to expand to bring new fans to footy. Interstate competitions had existed since the VFL, but hadn't been very competitive. This changed when in 1977, new State of Origin rules stated that you had to play for your birthday, which sounds like a rule that should have been there from the very start. As a result, the first match of these rules resulted in Victoria losing to WA, a whopping 151 to 57. The start of interstate teams began with South Melbourne, who relocated to Sydney to show rugby fans that better sports exist. They later changed the name to Sydney Swans, as keeping their old name would be more than confusing. This brought us into the 80s, fraught with mullets, tough nuts and cult figures. Alex Jesaulenko was immortalised in everyone's minds when Mike Williamson cried,
"The stand side, oh, Jesaulenko, you're guilty!"
after a superb specky from Jesaulenko. In the late 80s, 2 new teams from 2 new states joined the VFL. The West Coast Eagles from Perth and Brisbane Bears from Brisbane. West Coast found immediate success, within 3 seasons winning 2 premierships. Brisbane's success would later come in the 90s, when they merged with failing team Fitzroy to create the Brisbane Lions. In 1993, after constant racial slurs and abuse, Nicky Winmar made a stand. The St Kilda winger lifted his jersey and cried, "I'm black and I'm proud to be black," in front of the Collingwood cheer squad. The Adelaide Crows became the first South Australian team in 1991, and in 1997, Port Adelaide Power joined, creating a derby rivalry between the 2 teams. In 1994, the West got similar treatment when the Fremantle Dockers joined the AFL, having little to none impact on the competition. Within a century, the AFL had blossomed from a sloppy soccer rugby rip-off into a skillful sport of tactics, toughness and talent. Adjustments to rules, drafting and gameplay gave every other team other than Fremantle a fair shot at footy's holy grail. Sydney won their 4th grand final in 2005, with Leo Barry taking a clutch-packed mark against the Eagles to seal a 72-year-long premiership drought for the Swans.
Cox throws it onto the left. One last roll of the dice for the Eagles! Leo Barry, you star! Bob Murray, reincarnate. The longest premiership drought in football history is over!
A near close repeat occurred the next year, except the Eagles came out as the top bird. Ringing in the new decade, the 2010 AFL Grand Final ended in a draw between St Kilda and Collingwood. After another game to decide the premiers, the Pies came away with their 15th premiership, with a superb smother in the first quarter, courtesy of Heath Stewart.
He came up behind him like a librarian. He never heard him. No surprise, everybody else in the library is shouting.
The following year, Essendon decided performance-enhancing drugs was the key to winning, but yet they still finished outside the top 8 that year. In 2011, the Gold Coast Suns were established as the first new club in 14 years, and Greater Western Sydney Giants followed in 2012. From 2013 to 2015, under Alistair Clarkson, Hawthorn became the second club to win 3 premierships back to back to back. The Western Bulldogs claimed their second premiership over 96 seasons in 2016. In 2017, the AFLW's first season took place, with the Adelaide Crows taking out the first premiership. From 2017 onwards, the Richmond Tigers have risen to dominate the men's competition, only missing the 2018 Grand Final between Collingwood and West Coast. This match is regarded as one of the clutchest premierships in recent memory, no bias, with the midfielder Dom Sheed capping off the Eagles' 4th premiership with a goal Australia will remember forever.
Massive! Sheed from the boundary. Needs to be inch perfect, he is! He's got the most impossible goal!
And that's it. AFL is now the most spectated sport in Australia, with dedicated fan bases taking the stands each week to cheer on their idols. The Dusties, Ablets, Rewalds and Riolis have encapsulated Australia for decades. So, who will be the next star to take centre stage? Boom, baby! So, thanks for giving the video a watch. I don't normally do this kind of style, but I'm just trying it out because I enjoy using this green screen. I know, it looks so realistic if you look. I'm actually not at the MCG. So, if you like the video, subscribe.
Remember, share, share, share.
Stay tuned for more of this content because I enjoyed filming this, so hopefully I get to pump this out, and if you learn something, I'll see you later. Bye.